Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new video, man. Today we're going to be speaking about your boy Charleston White. He just had an interview with Tasha K. I think Tasha K, she's garbage. I think that woman is just a troublemaker. She just talk a lot of false things about people. I think Tasha K is garbage. But anyway, Charleston White sat down with her for an interview on her podcast, and she brought up Candace Owens. I think Candace Owens is great. I think Candace Owens is a master manipulator. I think she is a professional liar. I think Candace Owens will do and say whatever it takes to get whatever she wants out of life, which is bad. But at the end of the day, Candace Owens, every single day she get up and do what she have to do to accomplish a good life. So the conversation that Charleston White was having with that Tasha K woman, to me, was just a tad disrespectful and too personal.
I wanted your thoughts because I don't see you talk about her much, Candace Owens. You don't ever talk about it. I guess maybe because the podcast don't really go there and
they don't. I got a great deal of respect for her.
Okay.
But then I don't, because she got a white boyfriend. She got a white husband. Where do her confidence come from?
Her husband.
There you go. Yeah.
That's where mine come from.
There you go. So that's where she lose me at.
Cause it's
a white man ain't for us, for what she talking. For her to be so brutal and convicted by the things she say to us and go in there and eat that white dick, her lip needs to be closed to the black folk. She can't talk to she eating white dick.
The first thing that he said, that to me, that's why I said he's way too personal. Like, what does her husband race have to do with actually who Candace Owens is and her whole ideas about what she speak on? What matters who she's married to or who she's in a relationship with? I don't think that has nothing to do with Candace Owens' philosophy about life. Regardless if she's married to a white man, black man, Asian man, I don't care who she's married to. And the reason I said that, Charleston White has interracial kids. His wife, his first wife, his ex-wife was a Mexican woman that he had kids with. So for him to come out and talk about Candace Owens cannot talk about the black communities because she's with a white man, to me that's just a little tacky. You was with a Mexican woman for years. You married a Mexican woman. So for you to criticize someone else about who they're with and who they love, to me that's just is hypocritical. So another person that I think it's a nut job on the internet is that Umar Johnson guy that and claimed to love black people, but yet allegedly he's robbing black people left and right. That man claimed to want to be the most uplifting of black people, but yet allegedly he's taking as much advantage as he can from black people and to the black communities. That man is nothing but garbage. Every time I see this man speak, all I could think about all the money that this man done raised from black families, talking about he's going to open up some school in Africa. And to this day, in 2025, I'm making this video in December, and there is still no school that this man had opened with all the money allegedly he done robbed from black families. So that man has no rights to speak about nothing racial in the universe. I think he's nothing but garbage.
Sure. Why do you say that's a mistake? Because shouldn't it be the man fell in love with who he fell in love with?
No, because marriage is a political decision. Who you marry tells me who you are. When you marry a woman, you don't just marry her. You marry her culture, you marry her community, you marry her people. You understand? So when a black man marries a white woman, he's making several clear points and messages he's sending out to his own people. Because there's no greater symbol of your loyalty to your struggle than to marry a sister who shares that struggle. Loving versus Virginia, and y'all need to see the movie. It just came out a few months ago. 1957, right about around that time, a white man named Loving from Virginia sued up to the Supreme Court for the right to marry a black woman. Up until then, several states still had anti-miscegenation law. After they struck down anti-miscegenation law across the country, 1957 or 67, somewhere within there, black men had married outside their race in me more than the men of all other races in America put together as a percentage. How do you explain that? Is love purely blind? I disagree. Love is a function of your values and your priorities. I would argue the reason black men marry white women is because they wish they were white themselves. And having the white man's prize, his queen, is a psychological symbol to myself that I'm equal.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, for the people out there, and that goes for men and women, that say, you'll hear a guy saying, oh, you know what, I'm not going to date black women because they're such and such. I'm going to go to an Asian country and look for an Asian woman because I think Asian women are better doing this and doing that. Let me just refresh your memories for those type of people. In every nationality of women, you're going to find your good and your bad. You could travel across the world to go find an Asian woman, and I'm telling you right now, the same type of things that you see in a black woman, you will see in it in an Asian woman. In this world, there is always your good and your bad. There is always people that's willing to change to become better version of themselves, and there's people that's willing to stay the same from today and forever. So it doesn't matter where you go, dude. Judging somebody based on the color of the skin, you will never win. That's something that you should never participate with in life. That should not be something you base your decision making when it comes to being with somebody that you care about, that's somebody that you love, that's somebody that you actually have a family with. You should not base the color of the skin on why you should or should not have a family with that person. That's just being ignorant, bro.
White man treat no way worse than how we get treated in society. When he white men's are brutal. They're like cavemen sexually. They're not intimate. They'll stick their fist down your throat. If you don't, yeah.
He do keep her pregnant now.
And he don't talk. So yeah, no. So she lashes out. So yeah.
She don't ever smile.
Well, that's what I was just about to go there when I said I take back lashing out. I see a lot of displaced anger. When y'all see me talking, it's more frustrated from working and doing the work and seeing what I'm seeing. I see more displaced anger when she's talking our conditions and going home to that brutal cave boy. White boy brutal with that half cooked. So everybody.
Do you feel like black men just never? Why do you feel like Candace Owens is so hard on our community? Like, what do you think happened to her? Because she doesn't really talk about her upbringing.
Because the community was hard on her, whether it was her mother.
So you feel like white folks just accepted her?
Well, the community was hard on me. I'm down here working with y'all kids, y'all with me, calling me a snitch, so that's where my frustration and lashing out came from. The community was hard on me.
But you still black women.
Yeah, you like me?
So you feel like Candace Owens wants a black man or wanted one?
I think she had one. And it left that scar. It caused her resentment.
You gotta truly understand Candace Owens' lifestyle, and I'm going to try to use my words very carefully, because Candace Owens, she's not hated by black communities and black neighborhoods. Actually, the black communities and neighborhoods love Candace Owens. A lot of colored people love Candace Owens, but the reason why she speaks like that in regards to colored people is because you have to realize Candace Owens is one of those type of people that is willing to go against whomever when it comes to her bottom line. And if in the media, if on the internet, it is good to go against this race of people, that's what she's gonna do. At the point of she decided to go against colored people is because that is exactly what was trending at that moment. That is exactly what was trending to give her what she needs. Candace Owens is one of those type of people that would manipulate her way to get whatever she wants. Candace Owens is one of those type of people that will do and say whatever it takes to get whatever she wants. Candace Owens don't have no type of love in her body towards nobody other than herself. She will tell you she love you, but that's just to get what she need from you. Not in reality that she really love you. No, it's to get what she need. She don't have feelings for other people. That's bottom line. So at the point of people hearing Candace talking bad about the colored communities, is that because at that point, that is exactly what was trending. You got to watch how Candace Owens operates. You see, when the Charlie Kirk situation happened, and may God rest his soul, that was what was trending. She did over 20 different content. She made over 20 different pieces of content on Charlie Kirk's death. She say and do whatever it takes that's trending to get a rise out of people. So that's what I'm saying. You have to know when you're dealing with people like Candace Owens. It's not about she's racist. It's not about she's with a Caucasian man because she doesn't like black men. No, none of that.
But it's wise for her to avoid me. She don't have the black experience that I have. You can't shame me because I have a great mother. I was raised in the American school system. I thrived in. I went into I didn't go into a prison system. I didn't go into a jail system. I went into a boarding school boys' home and was nurtured there. I got 2 kids by 1 woman whom I was married to. If you take me away from the things I say online and the internet persona, most people can't go back and forth with me. I was in my children's life. I don't have any felony convictions. I've never beat a woman. I don't have, you see what I'm saying? I don't have no abuse. So none of that centers over me. You can only keep me, and well, you said this online, but what have I done in life?
But I mean, when you think about it, she is attacking white people, right?
Well, she's doing that now out of anger, hurt, and grief.
Because she's been changing her views on Israel as well too.
She's doing that out of hurt. She's grieving. So wow. So
grieving what though?
Charlie Kirk and her were good friends.
Listen, I'm not the biggest Candace Owens fan at all. Nowhere close. But I don't think Candace Owens will be scared to debate Charleston White or anybody else. Don't matter, Candace Owens is she's very good at manipulating people. You can't take away the fact that she's very educated. You can't take away the fact that Candace Owens is very, very smart at what she does. You can't take that away from her. She's a master manipulator, yes, 100%. She is willing to do and say whatever it takes to accomplish her goals, 100%. But when it comes to debating somebody, I don't think that she'll have any type of fear in her body to go back and forth with anybody.
Yeah.
Great friends. And all of a sudden he just comes up dead. And nobody have any real answers. So the grief, the first process of grief is shock, then anger. It's a process.
Why do you think, even though you say the same people that killed JFK and we still don't know who they are,
the shot was too perfect?
Extremely perfect.
The shot was too perfect.
It was extremely perfect, and it went straight. You know, when a child is shooting, especially like in a black community where we got guns, we shoot up the building. Pow, 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 pow. You see how they kill young dog?
Yeah.
And I don't talk about that, so my condolences are to the families that we're discussing right now. That's why I didn't discuss Charlie Kirk when he died, because I think about the aftermath of the family, the kids.
So what really made me come back and apologize?
Because you did end up in apology.
Yeah, because I didn't mean the things I really said. I'm pushing the limits of free speech. I'm not connected to nobody's death, so I don't grieve and feel sorry for death. My question is, who tricked us and believed us that death is a bad thing?
The reason why Charleston White came back and what he's talking about that he apologized for is the remarks that he had made about Charlie Kirk's kids when the unfortunate passing away of Charlie Kirk. What he had said was super duper disrespectful in every which way, shape, and form. And the backlash he was getting, it was not just from the colored community. He was getting backlash from the colored community, the Asian community, the Caucasian community. He was getting backlash from every and all race after he came out and said that nonsense and disrespectful stuff. At the end of the day, Charleston White is great, but in this interview with this Tasha lady, I think he was just too personal. His stance on Candace is just too personal. You know what I mean? Candace Owens, yes, she's a manipulator, but she's a woman that's getting up every single day and, you know, doing what she have to do to earn a living. Yes, a lot of people might say because she manipulate people's brain to accomplish her goals, that's bad. But listen, a lot of people who follows Candace Owens knows that she's a manipulator. A lot of people who follow Candace Owens knows that she stretched the truth on a lot of stories that she tell. A lot of people knows that about Candace Owens. A lot of people knows that she's the type of person that a lot of people who follow Candace Owens knows that she stirred the pot. A lot of people who follow her knows that about her. So and they like that because every piece of content this woman upload into social media, is viewed by millions of people. So regardless how you probably feel about Candace Owens, you got to give her a props. You got to give her a props, man, because at the end of the day, she is still loved by millions of people all around the world. And they know exactly who she is, what she's about, and they still love her. That's just like, put it like that, wrestling. You know how many people in this world that knows wrestling is fake? I'm one of those people, but I still love it. And I'm grown now. I loved it from since I was little. And I'm grown. I been knew that it was fake, but I still love wrestling to this day. It's just the same way with Candace Owens. People know that a lot of things she says it's stretching and bending the truth. A lot of people knows that she used a lot of manipulative tactics to get things across. A lot of people knows it about her, but they still love her. And you gotta listen, you gotta give props to people like that, man. So before I end this video, man, God bless Candace Owens, man, and I hope and wish you all the best. Charleston White as well. God bless you, brother. Hope and wish you the best as well. And to a great president of the United States. So Commander-in-Chief, before I end this video, I always like to take the time to show my respect and my gratitude. To you, Mr. Donald J. Trump, sir, salute from me to you as always, sir. May God bless you and your family, sir. May God watch over you and your families on this beautiful, wonderful day and forever. May God always watch over you and your families on your trips throughout the United States and on your trips outside the United States. To all and every of God kids throughout the United States, may God bless us all. And to all and every of God kids all around the world, may God bless you guys all as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's talk our differences out instead of getting violent with each other. I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Until then, guys, please do what's right in the eyes of God and his family.